Hello, I'm still on the subject of the Holy Spirit being a comforter to God's children. In John chapter 14, verse 26, Jesus promised his disciples that he wasn't going to leave them as orphans. He was going to ask the Father to send them the Holy Spirit, who is the comforter. Jesus knew that they would need comforting as they journey through this life. Today I want to talk to you about the Holy Spirit being a safe and a wise comforter. You know, Job, in his moment of distress, had many friends surrounding him. The friends esteemed themselves to be wise. They thought they knew the cause of Job's grief and sorrows. So they attempted to comfort him. I'm sure they said to themselves, we being the best friend of Job, if we don't comfort him, then who would? But listen to what Job said in Job chapter 16, verse number 2. Job said, I've heard many of such things. Miserable comforters are you all. Why was Job calling his friends miserable comforters? The reason is they accused Job of not being a child of God. They also accused Job of being self-righteous. They got the medicine wrong. And it's a bad case if you should go to the doctor and in the doctor's examination of whatever is wrong with you, get your disease wrong. That means wrong prescription will follow. Wrong medicine will follow. You may even lose your life in that process. And this is what we sometimes do. We encounter people and we want to advise them. We want to encourage them. We want to comfort them. Sometimes people are best left alone. The Holy Spirit is the only all-knowing person. And he is a person. We can know him if we desire to. We can draw closer to him if we desire to, because he's always inviting us. Reason is just to hold us, give us that warmth embrace, and comfort us in our moment of distress, because he's the only one that knows you inside out. He's the only one that can encourage you with the right words. The Holy Spirit is the only one. When we are sad and discomfort, he takes our soul to his laboratory. He knows the root to the matter. He will dissect the matter, take the pain out. Sometimes he even put a plaster on a sore and blow that fresh breath of God upon it for the sore to heal. There was this young man who was sad and he decided to go out to play football. He said to his mom and dad, I'm going out, I'll be back in a moment. But when he went to the park, trying to solve his situation by having hope in some football, thinking that football will bring him comfort, this man was actually struggling with sin. The football could not do the job. He entered to a church, and on that day, the preacher was talking about sin. But instead of being convicted, this young man felt condemned. He came back home, still looking miserable. Parent asked him, John, what happened? He said, I did not find any comfort on the football park because the world cannot give John comfort. And then what happened then, John? They asked. John said, I entered into a church and I felt like hell was going to open up and swallow me. Why did John say this about a church to his parent? The reason is, on that day, instead of conviction, John felt condemned. And I can assure you, unless the Holy Spirit, who is a comforter, teaches a preacher man how to comfort, conviction will turn into condemnation. Unless the Holy Spirit anoints the words of a preacher, conviction will rather turn out to be condemnation. It is my prayer that you get to know this Holy Spirit for yourself. His desire is for you to know him. I pray that he will create this hunger. He will create this thirst, that only him can satisfy this thirst. Only him can feed this hunger. It is my prayer that you have intimate relationship with this Holy Spirit. Get to know him. He's the most wonderful person you would ever know in your life. God bless you.